Hello everybody, San here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about the Teladoc earnings that were published basically last week, 27 July. I didn't have a chance to cover the earnings last week. In fact, I didn't have a chance to cover any of the earnings last week due to the reason I covered in yesterday's video, hint, hint, stomach flu. But I do want to talk about their earnings in today's video, mainly because of several reasons. So first reason, I do believe this is a genomics company. I think whatever they're doing in the healthcare space is extremely noble. I think people forget this, but I would bet, and this is a bold bet, right? And it's not like I talk to like sub 20 years old, on a daily basis. Is on the contrary, in fact, I would bet that most sub 20 years old have not seen a doctor physically unless they had a really grave injury or a grave illness, and they were basically escorted by their guardian, their parents. Omitting that, I think even I would go as far as saying sub 25. I'm in the sub 30 range, and I would say that the last time I can literally count the amount of times I've actually seen a doctor physically. And the reason why I can do that is because every single time I had to go see a doctor, it's like the worst experience I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's such a shame because sorry for the cough, guys. Such a shame because your health is so serious, right? And for you to wait in a 2 hours lineup, or to make a reservation or get a family doctor. I don't even know what the hell that even means, family doctor. I mean, what is that? I mean, anyways, so my point is that Teladoc, whatever they're doing there with their mobile app, connecting professionals with patients. And of course, this is not just family doctors or general type of doctors. We're talking about psychologists, we're talking about physicians, we're talking about specific professionals. So Teladoc has a huge portfolio, right? Which is what we're gonna see here. So let's go into it. So really, I want to cover the fact that in their earnings, revenue grew 18% year over year. That's pretty solid. I mean, the impairment charge, look, we already know this. This was disclosed last quarter. What do you want me to say? I mean, it is what it is. If you keep beating a dead horse, you're not going to get anywhere, right? So the revenue outlook, right, sort of actually revenue outline range of, okay, so it sort of grew here. So some modification on the outlook. So revenue, obviously 18%. That's without adjusting it for EBITDA. Most importantly, this is the biggest figure that I'm looking at, is the visit, and the access fee revenue, up 20% year over year access fee revenue, and 7% for visit fee revenue. So this is amazing. Clearly here you can see the growth coming from both US and international. I would love to see more international there. I think it's a shame there, especially considering the alternatives out there, especially in Canada, are really weird. So the US paid members, look at this, 56.6. This is breaking all time, right? US revenue per member, this is breaking all time. These are breaking numbers. Unique chronic care, look at this number, almost 800 million. This is amazing, right? This is amazing, guys. This is a great number. I mean, this is all about their mental health and so on. This is amazing. So clearly here the visits are going up, the fees are going up, the revenue is going up, the utilization there 24% peaking. Numbers are peaking both for different branches of Teladoc. Living go here. You see at cumulative 3 billion here. This is amazing numbers, right? Amazing numbers. Obviously here they're posting all these numbers here. So what happened with their stock, right? What happened with their stock? Let's take a look. Look at this. The day after they posted release, their earnings down 22% from basically $43 a share all the way down to 33. And obviously they've recovered slightly, but obviously not to pre-earnings. So what does this mean, right? What does this mean? Well, there's different ways of tackling this, but for a company that's literally breaking records, they've literally been hit so hard from their peak of, if you were saying they were overvalued, say that in the early part of 2021, definitely agree with you. But since then, this company is down like 80, almost 90%. I mean, what do you want to say to this company? This company, I mean, maybe you could make the argument that when it was at its all-time high, it was so grossly overvalued that even if they broke records a year later, which they are, it would still not justify any sort of positive bump. And I think that argument makes sense until my thesis about how people are moving towards healthcare, how people are treating healthcare, my thesis at the beginning of this video, sub 20, sub 25, even sub 30, the idea of visiting a physical professional to, diagnose their health. I mean, my experience with the whole COVID test after one of my trips there using one of the telemedicine app. It was not Teladoc, it's some Canadian app. That was amazing. I was on a camera app. It's just basically a camera app with a Zoom call, basically. But I think Teladoc has something going here. I think they're breaking records. They're doing well. They're doing everything they're supposed to do. I mean, they're navigating in an area of recession. I think there was a great point in the Netflix investor relations last night I was listening to. And one of the execs said that even during a recession, people don't seem to cancel out Netflix or several forms of entertainment because it's like a form of escapism, and plus they just need it, right? And can you say the same for an app like telemedicine? Maybe. People are having mental health issues. People are having troubles, during the recession, losing jobs and so on. I mean, you don't want to go out there physically to a doctor, why not just pop up your app, get in a talk with a professional that you already have a portfolio and a relationship, and just, get it down 30, 45 minutes of talk, and, meet again in a week or two. Why not? I don't see that as a far distant reality. In fact, I see it as a close distance reality, especially as jobs and employers are embarking and partnering with companies like Teladoc and so on. And I want to end this video with this simple statement, right? If telemedicine and Teladoc were not, were just a fad because of the pandemic and they're basically phasing out, then answer this simple question. Why did Amazon buy the telemedicine company for a couple of $billion last week? Answer this simple question. And if you're able to answer that question, then you should be able to position yourself, to explain yourself, and to justify why Teladoc has a place here in the future. There are smart folks working at Amazon, guys, right? Experienced folks, smart folks that do this for a living. Like literally their career depends on it. That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully you guys appreciated this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do like this video, subscribe. Sorry so much, guys, for coughing. This is the latest reality for me. It's dry coughing, so I'm gonna get that resolved hopefully this week. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.